What's up, guys? So today we're going to take a deeper dive into the contour feather little knife here. We got this in a BATTLBOX, and I saved the paperwork here so you can kind of understand what's going on, because when I do the BATTLBOX videos, I'm very much just like, it's an initial impression. I just want to literally open it in front of you guys and kind of show the contents real quick. I don't really get in depth on each individual item, only because the video would be incredibly long. You guys know I can talk a handle off a piss pot. If you ever heard that expression, my father would say that sometimes. Man, you can talk a handle off a piss pot. So, yeah, I'm long-winded. So to have, 7 or 8 different things to talk about, I can talk about each one for 20 minutes, half an hour, and all of a sudden there's it's a whole movie to watch, right? So the point of those videos is basically say, hey, here's what was in this box. And I'll briefly give my opinions and thoughts and stuff, maybe look at it a little bit. But sometimes I'll just skip right over it, like, hey, here's this thing, and just skip right over it. Because I'm not focusing on the video, but of course, when the video's over and throughout the day, whatever, the next week or so, I'll revisit all that gear. I'll really look at it in depth. I'll try it out. I'll put things together. And oftentimes, you guys don't get to see that. So today, I just want to kind of look at this knife again. I understand it a little better after kind of just looking at the paperwork. So what we have here essentially is a neck knife, right? We have a sheath that's giving us 2 grommets on top, I'm assuming for neck carry, and of course because of its size, it would be wonderful for a neck knife overall. I know some people like them a little smaller, but for me, I've had such a range. And it is cool to have a neck knife design, but you can see also we get a pocket clip on this guy. Now, the pocket clip is removable. It is an interesting style pocket clip, so if you want to throw this on the belt, or you could probably put this through a bag, a strap, something like that, just depends on the setup. That's, of course, an option as well. So this thing is all, survival tacked out. Let's just say that, right? So we have the gimmicky look overall, which some people right off the bat, that might turn you off to a product, right? You might look at a knife and be like, man, that's too, It's kind of like the tactical. Right? We've heard that term, tactical, because it's just like people buy it because they think it's cool. It's very tactical. They're not going around killing people. They're not soldiers. They don't need to survive their daily life, They just like it because it's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, although people do poke fun out of it all the time. Like, that's just over-the-top marketing to make people buy it, right? It's no different with the survival camping type stuff. That stuff has been hot the last decade. It's been just so popular. There's so many television shows about survival. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sick of it. I'll never get sick of it. It's just, but there's a lot of it. So when it comes to marketing, people are like sold on that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I watch Naked and Afraid, and I watch, Dual Survivor, and I watch this, and I watch that. And it's like, I got to have a cool survival knife always. And so that stuff sells. So that's why people keep making it. And this one just screams that. There's like a lot of features. Normally you have a knife, and the feature is the grip and the blade, right? Is it going to be comfortable to cut stuff, and can I cut stuff? But here we have a bunch packed into it. It's kind of like, I don't know, reinventing the wheel, and sometimes it's too much. But that's up to you. It's a personal preference. So what we have here, again, is we have a knife and a sheath. The knife itself has some interesting things going for it, right? We have a large hole through here, and we have a little, like, hex driver. We have a finger choil, we have some jimping on the back. It is a little clip point blade, which I do like quite a bit. It is sharp. The handle looks a little long, but on the end here, if we notice, it is a whistle, right? So they do give you a spot to blow into, like you have a little lip spot here. And it does work. I'll give you a little toot here for you. So it's, it's a loud whistle. Do you need a whistle in your knife itself? No, but they figured, hey, it's real estate. Let's do something with it. Like I said, sometimes it's over the top. Like, it's not necessary, but it's kind of cool. I'll be honest with you, why not, I guess. It's not hurting anything. It's giving you a little more grip. You see I have a full 3-finger grip on this. I don't really have a pinky. I guess if you had, not as chubby fingers, you can get a half or even a full 4-finger grip on there. But yeah, so that's what we got going there. And then in the sheath, we have a built-in sharpener. These are 2 small white ceramic rods. All right, so they're preset for the angle of the blade, so you just slide it through. You don't need much pressure. That's it. So you can touch up your edge after you use it. Fantastic. Again, it's gimmicky, but it's very practical. It does work. It's not like adding that much bulk to it. But what is adding some bulk to it is having a Ferro Rod here. Now the Ferro Rod, again, it's a cool feature, right? They integrated it into the sheath. It's riveted in, as you can see, so you can't remove, I mean, you can't remove it, but it'd be permanently removed. So you can cut that off, I guess. But what we have is a ferro rod that's screwed in. So that's what this is for here, even though this looks like a size for a standard, bit driver. We're going to turn this counterclockwise, and that loosened it. All right, so now we can unscrew it, and we can put it in the other side, like this. So this gives you a more comfortable, more practical way to strike this. Of course, while it's in its original position, you could strike it. There's nothing wrong with that. But how it's intended to be used is like this. So you have like a bigger grip, and then you have the full rod. Now, what is interesting too is on the back here, it says strike, and this section here is actually cut on a 90 degree. So it makes two very sharp edges. All right, so beware of that, like when you're holding the knife. There's jimping here, but if you go high on here, it is sharp. You can cut yourself or slice yourself. Like if you were holding it like this and you did any kind of movement with your thumb, it would cut into your thumb. So just beware of that. But they did that purposely, so we have a good striking surface, and it works very, very well. I don't really want to spark anything on my table. Hang on a second, wait, let's see. Actually, I have the box. Still the BattleBox box. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little Spork test here. All right. See? And okay. It's tricky because I can't give this a full strike. It does actually perform very well, but not right here. Not a good idea. In the old house, I had all wood floors. In this house, I have carpet. So carpet and little balls of flaming fire, they don't mix. So that's an outside thing. So there you go. So we have a striking capability. Again, switching it around, it does serve a purpose here. All right, let's put it back. All right, you can tighten it down pretty good with the knife. That's why originally when I was kind of playing with it, like it doesn't pull out. And I actually tried twisting a little bit, but I didn't try that hard. It was cranked down. So like I said, once this is in there, you could crank it down pretty good so that like it's very difficult with my hand. In fact, I can't right now. I cannot twist this loose. But anyway, so yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is. Let's look at the paperwork here, right? Fixed VG10 stainless steel blade, ferro rod, sharpener, whistle, one fantastic survival blade. Happy adventures. So yeah, VG10, fantastic blade steel. It's a short little run of it, but again, nice little clip point. So you have a nice point on there. A lot of belly, of course, on the blade. Let's see. So yeah, it's showing to push forward here, and that is to pull the knife out essentially. So this also doubles as like a thumb rest. I don't know what you'd call it like that, but so when you're taking the knife out, you don't have to physically pull it out like this. You just push your thumb on the sheath. All right, it makes it easier. You know, you have way more control taking it in and out. All right, yeah, push with thumb near the ferro rod to release the sheath and blade. Yep. Hex driver, we just went over that. Reverse installation. Use hex driver to remove ferro seam rod. Ferro rod may be installed in the reverse direction to allow the sheath to be used as a longer handle. See? So it's kind of a cool feature. And over here, it's not a toy. Keep out of reach of small children. Outdoor Element LLC assumes no responsibility or liability for damage or injury or unlawful use resulting from the sale, trade, use, or handling of any Outdoor Element products. Morons not included. So yeah, that's it. I want to kind of, again, just show this a little bit more in depth. I totally dig it. It is gimmicky. It is selling, to that person who loves the camp survival type stuff. But it is actually practical. The whistle does work as a whistle. The sharpening, system within the sheath does actually sharpen the blade if need be. And the ferro seam rod obviously does throw sparks, but as far as the design goes, it is comfortable to reverse that. And again, you don't have to. As I mentioned before, you can just hold it just like this and use it. But if you want to kind of get down deep into your, tinder or whatever, and you guys know you can, move the knife forward to spark, or you can hold it still and pull the sheath away from you. A lot of people prefer this, so you're not hitting into the stuff. When I'm doing fire making videos all the time, people always get on my case on the style or technique of throwing sparks, but realistically, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You could bark like a dog and use your feet to do it, but if you're throwing sparks at stuff and it's lighting, you're doing it right. just gonna throw that out there. There's no wrong way to do it. If you're doing it a certain technique, and you're failing at it, yes, you can suggest a different style technique, but if it's working for you, it's working for you. You know what I mean? People get very caught up sometimes and like, no, this is the right way to do it. Hey, if it works, it works. That's the right way to do it. So anyway, that's it. All right, Outdoor Element is the brand. The Contour Feather is the knife. And I will throw a paracord on here. And specifically paracord, I was actually thinking about, because I have a ball and chain for this, but I thought, hey, you know, if we're going survival, we got to get the paracord there, right? So we can utilize that as well for fire making or for, you know, any kind of rope, you know, things to tie stuff up. You can, you know, Ferro Rod. The paracord is quite versatile stuff, right? So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.